And we are here with a very special guest. I'm pleased to have with me hip hop artist, brand new.
What's up? What's up? How you been?
Good, bro. How you been? It's been a while since I seen you last when you was out here in Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah, now that's long. That's long gone. But yeah, that was a minute ago. That was a minute ago. I'm glad we get to do this stuff.
What's the present life been for you during this COVID-19 pandemic?
Present day right now, since things kind of opening back up, things going back to normal. For the most part, I wasn't too impacted by the virus or anything, but I know a lot of people were, so I don't want to, undermine that or anything. But right now, I'm just looking to start trying to get in like shows and different things like that, and just continuing to make music and make sure I'm in here every day doing something. And that's the main thing for me right now.
I've been seeing a lot of music from you. I know that you're going to be releasing a new music video soon called Bleed. Let's talk about that song. I know it's a fire track right now. I'm seeing a lot of snippets from it. Let's talk about this new music video that you're going to be releasing soon called Bleed.
Doing a video with a friend I knew from high school. His name's Cole. His thing is Why So Random, also along with this other collective of individuals called Better Vision. So we're doing that video. It should be real cool, honestly. I was actually talking to him earlier about it. That song is just, I don't know, it's different. It's different because I'm having more fun. I'm trying to get out of too much storytelling, even though that's something that I still do. But I want to make sure I'm making stuff that could be played just so I'm not stuck in a little random box over here. So that song's going to be hard. It is hard. I like it.
So like I said, we go way back. I know that you started out as a basketball player. Your older brother, Mike, was a starter at the University of Hawaii and had a very successful college career. But for you, what can you say about your success in basketball?
I kind of started playing basketball because of my brother. When we were younger, my dad, he worked at the YMCA and we had to do something. So it was either basketball or tap dance. We started to want to do different things, or not even different things. We did the same stuff, but in different places. Like I would want to do my own thing over here. I let him do his thing over there. Different middle schools, high schools, and then college came. Well, he went to college. He went to Hawaii out of high school. I went to a junior college in Riverside. So happened to get an offer the year after that. At the time, it looked like the best decision. And I guess it helped my life in a sense, just how hard I'm going to have to work and just how much sometimes hard work doesn't mean everything. You got to learn how to play it. You got to learn how to play the game. So like, not the game of basketball, but just, the game of life is a little different than what I thought growing up. So it was a good experience. But yeah, I learned a lot off the court more than on the court, if I'm being honest. And that's what's kind of helped build me for what I'm trying to do right now.
And as far as your memorable experiences in basketball?
Just to see my brother play up close in person for the first time, really, because we went to different schools. So I didn't really watch him play that much. And when I did watch him, it was from a distance. So to be on the same team and kind of go to battle with him on a daily basis, pretty cool. Got to live with him for the first time in like 3 years, because we didn't live together for a minute because he was in school and I was back home. So I think that more than anything, that was pretty cool.
So after college basketball, you later shifted gears into music. What got you involved in doing music as, let's just say, your future career?
My friend Jair, still does make music. He does a lot of other stuff though. I saw him he was like 15 making songs, and I'm like, you can do that? Because I used to think like you had to go to a big studio and you had to be signed to put a song out. Like I didn't know how it worked, so I was seeing him do it by himself. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Didn't think anything of it. After my first year of college, I hit him up and I was like, let me see if I can record something. I heard Western Road Flows by Drake. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, he just rapped. I went over to his house, did it. Obviously, it sounded like trash. Like the first song I ever did sounded like trash. But I don't know. There's something about music, the fact that you can't master it. Like you can't really unlock a cheat code that's just going to work in a sense. I don't know how to explain it. Like you're never going to be perfect at it because it's an opinionative thing. And that kind of made me just want to go harder each time and get better. And that's the main thing I tell anybody I work with is like, my goal with anything is to just get better every single time. And that's what I saw music as, something that you just can't be perfect in. I kind of kept going from there. Then I met Brock. Brock Steptoe. So when I got to Hawaii, he had seen a music video that I did with a friend, Amir, who goes by Young Amir. And he was like, oh, we should do something. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not even trying to make music no more. Like, I'm here to play basketball. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And we ended up going to the studio. I didn't like the song. I thought it was trash. So I was like, nah, we got to go back. We got to go do another one. Like, because I didn't feel like I was at a point where I liked it yet. And as soon as I realized that I just had to keep going back and keep going back and keep going back, I was like, okay, this is something that I want to do. Yeah, it was fulfilling.
You started your career back in 2019 with your first mixtape, Everything New. One of my favorite songs on there is Thoughts.
That's my brother made that beat too. He made that beat, and originally I had drums on it, but I think we took them off just so it could sound like almost like acapella-ish and just like kind of have a surrounding feel to it, like we're in the water or something. He made that, and then I just wrote to it one night. I wrote like half the song, then went to the studio and kind of just punched in the rest of it over at Thunder Sounds Studios. And it was pretty quick, honestly. Like the earlier days is when I was making songs in like 15, 30 minutes because I was paying for studio time. So it wasn't really much creativity. Do it at the house, write it down. When I go there, I can't go over an hour or else my pockets is going to be hurt. So I was like, I had to make sure I went there prepared and got it done. I heard it and I was like, oh yeah, this is clean. And I was like kind of just getting my toes wet with that project. Because if I'm being honest, I didn't really take it too seriously back then. The process was easier because I didn't know what my potential was. So I couldn't hold myself to a standard. The process is pretty easy to do that stuff.
Then you later followed up with your second mixtape called Living My Story. Another song that I like on there is Can't Lose.
That was the first song I recorded, traded off taking turns on who was going to do a song, and then the next person would do a song, whatever. And I did Can't Lose. I didn't even think anything of it, but I knew I was going to make a project because I liked Everything New, but I was like, I feel like it could be better. That's how my mind was always like, I feel like it could be better. So like I went and started trying to craft up another project. And that was the first song I made. And we played it in his car. I was like, it's kind of solid. And this is back when I was doing a little more yelling with my voice, or a little louder probably. But I was like, this is kind of solid. So I kept it, showed some people, and they rocked with it. And originally I wasn't going to put that song on the project. I don't know why exactly I wasn't going to put on a project, but I was in the car with Samuta Vea, and we were like listening to what I originally had put for the intro. And then I was like, I don't know if this one hitting enough. And then I was like, what do you think if I put this one first, which was Can't Lose? And we looked at each other. We were like, yeah, he's like, that one. He's somebody I look to for like a certain ear, because he has a good ear when it comes to music. So I'll send him stuff and ask what he thinks. And that's how kind of that song got put right there.
Since you've been having a lot of success in your career, what can you say has been the key to your success?
Not accepting a good song anymore, or accepting a okay video, or just accepting what's being put out. Because a lot of times we go along the lines of whatever is working for other people. But I don't think I'm like other people. So I know myself at the end of the day. And I feel like I know what's going to work for me. And if I don't know what's going to work for me, I know the right way to at least go about things, just based on who I was raised by. So I think having that in my brain all the time is just helping me get better with my craft and knowing where I need to go and going with my gut feeling on this ain't it. Like it ain't hit nobody. So if I play a song in a room and everybody just sitting there and nobody bopping their head, it's like, okay, unless I really feel it, because I trust my ears at the end of the day. If I really feel something, then it goes. But it's not accepting like just regular work just because it sounds okay, like, and it sounds hearable. That's been the main thing for me. And I'm not even looking for perfection. I'm just looking for that it feeling. When you hear something and you get a little high, like just, you know what I'm saying? So like moments and different things like that. And that's what's been helping me get to the place I think I'm gonna reach and know I'm gonna go to.
And in music, who would you say are some of your inspirations?
Big Sean, Cole early out, but not as much anymore. But I'm gonna still put him in there. Drake, Lil Yachty.
If music wasn't your career, do you think you would have pursued basketball still?
No. Because I have a passion that's not music and that's not basketball. And I want to do it on a global scale. Whatever path allows me to push that passion, then I'm gonna go with it. It might not be music, you know, or it might not. It wasn't basketball, or it could be. I don't know. I go with my gut with a lot of things, so I don't think I would have continued.
As far as your future goals and your future projects that we should be looking out for, what would you say that would be?
I'll start with projects, then I'll go goals after, because that's perfect. That's a great question. Two that I'm working on right now. One's called Black Gold, and that's a collab project that I'm doing with Lavish, producer. I feel like he's one of the best in the world, and that it's when we get together, something crazy always happens. So we're working on that project right now. We're almost done with it, honestly, but it's got that. It's gonna have that cinematic sound to it. It like every song sound like a movie. And whether people care or don't care, I can honestly care less. I like it. I love it, actually. It's a collab project, so I'm stepping into his world a little bit too. But we're also finding new sounds that's gonna work for both of us, because every project I do, he has a hand in the pot. Yeah, we're working on that. It's probably gonna come in the summer at some point. Yeah, it's got that championship feel to it, but it sounds like a lot of the songs sound like movies. We call it the cinematic sound. So it's gonna be really cool. And another thing too with the projects, a lot of people always tell me like singles, and you should do like, everybody's doing singles and EPs now. Like I very well could do that, and I will. I'm always gonna be putting projects out. They don't got to be lengthy, but like at least 10 songs. Like that's something you can always expect from me, is to put a project out. When that day comes, when the buzz is there, and it's time for them to hear something from me, and I have a real following, like a full following, they're gonna expect that project. And I think all the work I'm putting in for these ones that might not get the praise that they deserve, I feel like it's just setting me up to have a crazy one when it's time. I really enjoy the project. I'm glad you asked about the projects. But I'm working on this one that's like, that I really want to be this big project in a world where nobody cares. And that's gonna be the best music I ever put out in my life. I'm excited about both of those. That's gonna be really cool. Goals. I would say just to continue to meet the right people. That's something I pray about every day. Pray for the right people, pray for friends, family, health, and guidance. And every day I got to do that. I got to remind myself, because that's something I wasn't cautious about early on. It's just praying for the right people. So that's a goal as well as just a prayer. I think everybody should be praying for it. To just continue to reach as many people as I can throughout the year, and get my foot in the door when it comes to this music stuff, to where I'm being heard by, again, the right people. Because I can't just go out and say, oh, I want to have a million followers and I want to have 5 Grammys next month. Like, I'm not gonna say none of that, because that stuff it's just a side effect of the work you put in. But I think the goals are the tangible ones.
There's a lot of hip hop artists out there. What separates you from the rest of the pack?
I don't think a lot of people being themselves anymore. So that's for sure one. A baby in a room and a grandparent in a room can listen to my music and not feel like they're being smacked in the face by something out of pocket. I could be heard by all ears, all races, anybody. If you don't like rap, I feel like I'll still be tolerable to listen to. And that's something I've been working on too, is making sure that my voice travels past just somebody that likes to hear rap.
Future collaboration that you want to work with, who would that be and why?
Roddy Ricch, Lil Yachty, and Big Sean. Those 3 that I would really want to do something with. And Hit Boy too. I like what they bring to the table. And
in your career, who are you mostly thankful for? And as far as the legacy that you want to give back, what would you say that would be?
For sure, I can't go without saying God. That's because I'm a very spiritual person. My parents as well. They helped the whole thing move forward. When I couldn't, had nowhere to record, my dad was like, "Oh, you need a studio? Like, let's do it." He knows how serious I am, so he's like, "Let's build a studio." He's like, "If you could get this portion done and give me this, amount, I'll help with the rest." And a lot of people gonna lie and they gonna act like they did it all themselves, but my dad he said, let's do this. He knows where my head's at when it comes to certain ambitions and goals and stuff like that. And my mom too. Like, if I got to do a video that's out, God knows where, like, she'll send me some gas money just so I could get there, get back. But my dad, he'll mess around and he'll pay for a whole video if I have to. We're living in a time right now where it's hard to find work with a steady income, different things like that. They're allowing me to follow something that a lot of people won't let their kids do. So God and those two.
As far as a legacy,
I just want to let people know that you don't really gotta you don't gotta put on the facade of like, whoever wants to hear you gonna hear you. I think when it comes to music, that's like my goal. And like I said earlier, I want to do something on a global scale that would let kids know. Say they want to have a relationship with God, or they want to be a good father to their kids. They want to be a regular person and do the things that we're called to do, but they still want to have a good time and make something out of their life that's not boring just because they had to do those things. That's what I want to show people, that it's not really impossible to do both of those.
And we are here with hip hop artist, brand new, who's been doing lots of great work out there. Just want to say I appreciate your time. Wish you all the best, brother.
It was great. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna be back, so I'm glad we got to do this.